meeting online. This is for our, what are we calling it, Eric? Worldwide region?
Yeah, that's great. So far right now in the community, I did set up the worldwide region because I was trying to like think about it. I was like, okay, let me go ahead and start breaking down some regions in the community. And I was like, ooh, I don't know any of them where we're like real active people, or I don't want to just go through and start listing every like city or country in the world on this group, because then no one's going to be able to find anything. So we'll make that as people start up their groups.
Oh,
But
diving
yeah,
in.
worldwide is where we're at now.
Well, and I want to say good morning to everyone. A lot of people will be listening in on the recording, and we've got a new member joining us today. We're really excited to have Mario with us, and I'll let you share here in just a minute of the specifics of your community, your region, your history, and as I will do with Eric and Sherman. My name is April Ballestero, Whitney, actually. I have a married name too. With that being said, I am a master grad, and we are currently in Tennessee. My business also represents multiple states. Yet we bought a retreat property out in the middle of the mountains in the top of Tennessee, about 2 hours outside of Nashville, 2 hours north of Chattanooga. And then we also go visit Northern California, Southern California, Vegas, et cetera, to add in some of our regions. So we've got connections all over the place, including lots of Rapport graduates. And that's what we got motivated about, to really start building a bridge for the graduates to stay connected, to get recharged, and to have an opportunity to make sure they stay in action of the commitments they made through Rapport. So that, and one of the commitments I made is to make sure to keep inspiring all the graduates, and give them a space to really show up and connect with each other. So I'm going to start with Mario, and let you share where you're at, your experience, and what you would like to see from this opportunity.
Sure. Well, my name is Mario Caldas. I'm a mortgage loan officer based out of San Antonio, Texas. Suburb of San Antonio, Texas, right outside of San Antonio, about 15 minutes. Called Schertz, Texas. It's spelled Schertz. So just if anybody's wondering, it's not like the shirt off your back. I've been in mortgage lending for a little over 15 years. Very proud of the team that I've built. I went and attended LB1 Rapport in December of 2015. Have since then always been very intrigued, and just followed the groups on Facebook, online, social media, to really just stay in the loop as much as I possibly can. And yeah, so the Rapport recharge got me curious to know what's out, what's going on in the Rapport community, and I'm just open to listening as of this moment.
Excellent. Eric, you want to share your experience and what you're working on?
Yeah, so I'm Eric Ballestero. I kind of run all the admin stuff basically right now for the Rapport Recharge, and I'm kind of the community director of the online stuff here. I've been through LB1 now almost a year ago, or something like that, or at least it seems like a year.
Not quite, but almost.
Something like that. And right now, I mean, I'm just kind of trying to build up some of the backbone behind all the recharge stuff. And then we're going to get into the whole phase of really driving the community participation. And right now, we definitely want to get some people in on that just to start. So like, I'll be sending out a link at the end of this. And also the newsletter will be coming out this Monday coming up. And that will have the new link into the actual community network where we are trying to build this up for everybody, and it'll have those
right?
groups. Oh, yes, thank you. See, that's what happens when you don't have recharge for a year. You gotta get back on top of these things. So we are going to be having that all sent out and next Monday, and I'm excited for everyone to actually jump into the online community, because it is really a cool and like very interactive place to be. It's just now we need everyone in it. So It's going to be a real cool situation.
Excellent. And you'll have that out to everybody in the communities as well, all the links and details.
Yeah, all that will be also in the newsletter that will be going out on Monday. If you're not already signed up for the newsletter, You can also just go to rapportrecharge.com and you can either hit the become a member if it takes you to the old website. I'm still working on some of the glitches, but if it takes you to the new website, you can just hit request to join, and that will send an email to me, and I'll pop you right into the community. So
Perfect. And Sherman, real quick, your history and experience and what you want to share.
Okay, so I'm Sherman Whitney, April's husband, and I took Rapport. I went through LB1 in October of last year. Was an amazing experience. I am looking forward to going to LB2 and then eventually Eagle Quest and getting. So I'm not, and then the power communication. So I'm not the only master grad in the family. So my wife is not the only master grad in the family. I am currently working on getting my MLO license.
NMLS?
NMLS, and so I can be a loan originator. And I'm just looking forward to that. I've been now to a few of the recharge groups, and they're always very informative. So I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you. So overall, and we've had, so I had mentioned before, Brett and Mark are the owners of Rapport. Brett's joined us for a couple of these recharge communities. He pops in when he's available. Bridget, who's the president of Rapport, will pop in as she's available. Holly is our strategic leadership coordinator and also Rapport trainer. She pops in as she's available. So we've got other trainers and LTAs from Rapport that'll pop in as they're available. And my understanding is they are doing videos for their company today. So they are unable to join us today. Yet we've also had Miss Corinne, who is a previous LTA coach. She's popped in. Miss Molly, who asked you specifically to be here, and a couple of her followers and her region. We've got quite a few different individuals that in all the different regions that are working to build these recharge communities. So I'm going to ask real quick, Eric, I'll have you start. What do you think is going to be the biggest thing for the recharge community to, as we leave them this video, to encourage and engage the participants? What do you think is going to be the piece of value? And I'll ask that of everybody.
So that is going to be the biggest piece, is getting encouragement to join this group. The real power that's going to be behind recharge groups is going to be the community feature of having us all kind of in the same place. And I have no doubt at all that once we get a few people like in and active, it's going to boom, because, you know, we all know other Rapport graduates, and, you know, it's pretty tight knit community once you all get together. It's the getting together part that we got to get together. So that's the main thing. And actually, I actually have it set up, and am working on possibly a little surprise. So there is what's called an ambassador program in the community network. And it does kind of give you like almost basically like a gold star on your forehead if you invite so many people. So not only will you get that, but we are also looking into adding actual additional benefits for that. There are possibilities for putting like Amazon gift cards or some kind of prize to go along with those. So that is something we're looking into, and we should have more information on soon.
Awesome. And I love that. The badges, as they call them, basically, type of thing, right? Excellent. And Sherman, and then Mario. Sherman, anything in specific that you'd like to see in these recharge communities?
Specifically, no. I just know that having been involved in various communities before, as the communities grow, then that's where the real power of the group comes in, because you get more feedback, more opportunity, more people giving you ideas in a number of different ways. So I'm really looking forward to growing with this community, because I think it's going to be. I know it will be beneficial for everybody involved.
Love that. And I just saw the link come on, Eric. Great job. Okay, Mario, what would you like to see? What would be the biggest value for you?
Yeah, I think as Sherman mentioned, nothing major or specific at this point in time. Really kind of just open to what the community is has to offer, maybe learning a little bit more about the platform for what it's going to look like moving forward. Really kind of just open to the whole idea. Again, didn't have a whole lot of knowledge for what it was going to be about. I just, if it said Rapport, I was definitely open to spending a couple moments and listening to see what was all about.
So, and Mario, you are a leading example of getting outside your comfort zone, and that's, I'm sure, one of the things you remember about LB1, right?
Oh yes, absolutely.
I was sharing with somebody the other day. I said the gift of Rapport is just when you think you've hit your comfort zone, they let you know that you can spend a few minutes there before you get to your next one, right?
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Don't get comfortable. Don't get too comfortable, or get comfortable being uncomfortable, better yet.
Wonderful statement. And you lead that by some of the videos you share in the different communities, etc. What inspired you to do that?
Really it started with wanting to add value into other people's lives. And so then I had to continue the topics flowing. I really simplified how I centered my videos. And so it turned into, I have 3 boys. So I have, my oldest is 19. I've got a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. And this may sound morbid, but I really just kind of framed it around, if something were to happen tomorrow and I wasn't on this universe anymore, what would I want my boys to know about me? And what would I want them to take away with them that could help them in their life accomplish and achieve their goals? And so I took that idea and combined it with the fact that, nowadays there's no, the idea of traditional photo albums that you would open and look at pictures of don't really exist anymore. So I took both of those elements and said, well, if I could combine little moments with my family, make some memories in the process, do some lessons, and, change the format to keep it a little bit fresh every single week over week, it'll be a good thing. And so I developed, the idea of the bald guy with the bow tie. And ultimately, that's something I have a plan to, at some point, I say at some point, 2 to 5 years, write a book and then, deliver some keynotes. And that's something that I would, that's on the list of goals. So.
And what a way to start building it. Great job. And having to be part of the process of writing a book. I'm in a community I just joined. If you know who Bob Goff is, he had created a writing community. And there's a whole bunch of people also in the process of writing books. And I love the way you had said it of, I wholeheartedly believe in to start this day as if it's my last. And that is a mindset I wholeheartedly buy into. I remember my son was so ecstatic when, well, not so much so, when I told him I had already picked out the music of what I wanted when that time comes. So,
sure.
and go ahead.
No, it's something you don't necessarily want to think about, but it's real and it's going to be part of life. That's part of life. So you just, you got to, make sure that it's taken care of, but live every day and impact others, influence others, pay the knowledge forward and add value, and it all works itself out. Well,
and Sherman can speak to having experienced my own coaching process. One of the assignments I love to give is the ability to write your own obituary, or what's the other terminology for it, Sherman?
No, obituary. That's the right one. No, it's the word is escaping me right now.
Like
but
advertisement?
Eulogy.
Eulogy.
Yes. And I can tell you, and I'll share this on one last thought, and then I'll let us close out on any item so we can honor everybody's time. Sherman was all ecstatic about doing that, right? Is writing your own eulogy. Took a little while to do that, right?
Yeah, but once I got rolling, it worked well.
My point, there was one of my clients years ago actually was in stage 4 cancer and had quite a obstacle in having to go through that assignment. And once he shared on a stage for us years ago, he said that was probably the best assignment I ever got. So I got an opportunity, and he's still living and also a mortgage officer, ironically.
Wow.
And he is just a living testimony of being purposeful about saying, what do I want my target to be, and how do I want to live it every day? And Rapport is a resource to create that at a higher level, right? So we want to encourage everybody to be purposeful and proactive. And I think Mario and each of us are having an opportunity to do that by building this platform and allowing people to really get engaged and get committed and purposeful about what they want for their lives. So thank you for taking the time to join us today.
Of course.
What we're going to do, and we'll let everybody know that asked for you to be here, that you were completely present. Thank you for that commitment. We'd love to have you again next month as we get this video out. They can get a chance to experience you as well as experience the community that we're building. And we'd love your help in sharing that as you have the opportunity and as you're building your online family album. I think that's just a wonderful visual, by the way. So
Thank you.
Eric, any closing comments you want to add?
My main thing would just be to get signed up in that link that I'll be sending now. I already have a ton of information set up in that network, and I'd really love to get some people actually engaged in it, and we'll just keep building it off of that. So I will be sending that out or posting that with this video, and then it'll be sent out on Monday with the newsletter.
Perfect. And Mario, any questions, thoughts you'd want for the Rapport leadership team as they listen to that or see?
No, I think it's great. I mean, I really don't know if I would assume that they're taking a break from doing some of the classes right now with everything going on. So is that what this is? Are they looking at maybe reinventing it online or virtually at this point?
That's a great question. And I'd love to have somebody from our Rapport leadership team come on and talk a little bit about that. There is a couple of online courses they have created. One of them is called Adapt, and then the other one is Momentum. And there is some groups for that, and they are starting to share more about that. And they have been leading some intensive training in different areas that are open to do so. I don't know. I do know that they're looking for on-team members for the fall. And I do know that that's in one of the posts as well. So, and I do know that's something we're checking into how we want to fit that into our schedule. Because I tell you, one of the best things for a Rapport graduate to do is go on team. You get to see the experience from a whole different perspective.
Sure.
And I can tell you the first time I went on team, it was a shock for me, the whole experience. And then I did a couple more times. So just to really, and now that I'm an LB2 graduate, I get to go on team for LB2, and I've not been on team for PC yet. And I'm looking forward to being on team for PC in the near future. We're hoping to bring one out to the middle area as well. So maybe we can work on that together and maybe put together a PC class or an LB2 out in our areas if we can figure out where to do that.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think it'd be a lot of fun. So I'll talk more about that with LB2 or with the Rapport leadership team. They'll get to listen in the videos, but I think that's a great question to add a little bit more detail. And I'll see if we can't get that on our next monthly meeting.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. Anyone else? Well, we managed to cover it all in a quick amount of time. Thank you all for your time. And we will be back again next month, and we'll keep sharing posts in between in the different communities. Thank you for helping with that, Mario. We appreciate it.
You bet. Thank you so much for putting this together. I appreciate your time as well.
And thank you, Eric, for putting all the platform behind the scenes together. It's very, very powerful.
Yeah, no problem.
Have a wonderful.
Get everyone on it.
Right? Just get everybody there. We appreciate everyone. Have a great day. Thanks so much.
Bye, guys.
Go ahead and close us out, Eric.